Hello there and welcome back to Building the Boys. We now have issue 66 of Hachette's Build the Disney Doll's House to finish out the month. This is a big one. So as kind of big issues go, this is one of the biggest. Because all of that papering that we've done up to this point, including a little bit we're about to do, is going to pay off big time. Because we're going to install every single one of those walls, with the exception of one that we've papered so far. So you are going to have the external walls of floor 2 completely in place by the end of this one. You should be missing 2 walls. That's the adjoining wall between Ariel and the Aristocats, which we've got, and the adjoining wall between Cinderella and the Aristocats. That's how quickly this one's gone up. This has flown. If you think how long it took to get to this point on floor 1 compared to we've just done this in literally a month and a little bit, amazing speed. There is still a lot more to do, so don't get overexcited that we're done, because we're not. So we do have to add the doors, we have to add the windows, we have to add the floors, the lights. There's a lot to do on this floor yet, but the actual structure has gone up lightning quick. So we are going to need to bring the doll's house biggie there over. But before we do that, we're going to be papering our second Cinderella wall. This has a large window, so this is the largest individual window in the house, is in the Cinderella room. We have a very big, almost like it's not quite a bay window, but we have a very large window that is going to go in there. So a big chunk of this wallpaper is going to be cut out. But it's going to look really nice. In this one as well, we receive our first princess to the house. And if I'm right, this is guest number 8 of the main build. So there are 10 characters included in the main build. If I'm right, and I think I am, this is character number 8. I think the only ones we're missing from the main run are... No, this is number 7. We're missing Cinderella, Ariel, and Alice at this point. So it's all pretty much princesses. Alice, not really a princess. But we're missing... So this is our 7th. This is our 7th guest to join the house. If you're doing the premium or subscription, we're a lot more than that. But there are only 3 characters left on the main run after this one. But we'll take a look at Belle. There is a little bit of work to do with Belle as well. We have to apply a sticker to it. But let's take a look at Belle, and we'll get this build done. So here is Belle, and really rather beautiful she is too. Look, absolutely stunning, gorgeous yellow dress, fantastic. She, see the gloves there, hair looking great, looks fantastic, a really good representation of the character. You can see the book is blank, we'll sort that. Now the strange thing about Belle is she ain't got no feet. So Belle's got no feet. What's weird about this is we've gone from Olaf and Winnie the Pooh and some of the others which had problems standing up to quite the opposite, right? So this is never going to fall down. In fact, she kind of rocks. So she's like a weeble. So there's no knocking this one down. But she does rock. That is very unusual. But yeah, she ain't got no feet. So, I mean, it's not suppose she needs them. But yeah, that did strike me as a little unusual. Now what we're going to do is she does need something to read. Otherwise, she's just reading a blank book. Now it's not that unusual to read a blank book, and I'll show you why at the end. But she is going to need pages to go in there. So what we're going to do is we are going to clean this off, because I want to make sure there's no nasties or anything like that on this, because I want this to bond and I want it to stay bonded. So to do that, we're going to take a microfiber cloth and we're just going to clear the book out of any swarf or any, because we want the sticker to stick to the book and not to dust or anything that might be underneath that's picked up in transit. Now, because this has got a fold in it, what we're going to do is we are going to fold this sticker in half, and we're going to start by sticking it into the fold. So the crease is going to be in this, going to go in there first, because if you don't, you might end up with a lip, which means dust and stuff's going to go in, and it's going to get real ugly real quick. So we're going to fold this sticker in half like so, to create a natural crease in the sticker, because that's what we want. We want a natural crease in it. We don't want to try and jam it into that crease. So what I mean by that is that's now going to sit in there like so. So they say to use tweezers to get this off. We'll do that. Let me find a good set of tweezers. I want a very fine tip on these. These ones will do. I might need my glasses for this. So we're going to lift this sticker out, and then you can see our crease is already in there. So we can line our crease up with the actual crease of the book and sit that in like so. So that will fit in lovely. There you go, you see? So the crease actually meets the book. And now we're going to fold this down in place. And there is Belle reading her book. That all fits lovely. See the crease now is there's no chance of any aero bubbles or anything getting in there. That's exactly as we need it to be. So we are happy. Happy, happy, happy. And that's Belle. So Belle will be joining the rest of the gang in our house. Let's get the first Cinderella wall papered. Okay, so this is the wall we're working on. Taking our Cinderella wallpaper. Again, what we're doing is we have to line up to these guidelines here. So this one's going to be going over there like so, and meeting that one like so. So we're going to come over there, then we're going to be cutting that ginormous window out of here. So let's get this prepped and let's get this installed. I'm very excited to put all these walls onto the house as well, because that is what comes next. How I'm going to film that, I'm not sure. I'm going to figure out the best way, because I think it's going to take a while, what with having to let it bond and set and whatnot. So I'm going to try and figure out the best way to do it. Right, so lining up against the edge there and against the edge here, we want to get this in the best position we can. So that should be where we need to go. Now this wall is going to cause problems with air bubbling particularly, so be careful with this. There we are. Like a glove, fit like a dream, happy with that. Now we're going to trim this window out. Okay, so flipping this one over, this is an enormous window to cut out of here. So we are losing a lot of that wallpaper in one hit, but that gives us a nice chunk of spare wallpaper, doesn't it? So that's that trim down there, and we're going to trim all the way up to there. I'll trim that again, all the way up, there we go. And I come all the way along here, like so. All the way up to there. I definitely need a new blade on the scalpel here. Okay. So this top part is giving a bit of resistance. There we go. So there's a nice big chunk to repair any damage that should hopefully not occur, but we've got it in case we need it. So that's going on there to store. Let's just tidy up these little corner pieces here. Let's get that right out. That piece out. Piece there. Okay. So I'm going to take this piece out of here. So we're going to come straight down and come straight across. So that piece out. Same again. I'm coming all the way down. Take this corner right here. That's that way. I think they're going to ask us to trim up that tab. Pretty sure that's what's about to happen. Yes, they're going to ask us to clean that tab off. That's fine, but only this little piece here. So, you know, I'm going to freehand it. They want us to go there. I don't need the ruler for this. There we go. There we go. So that's that one off, and that is that one installed and done. It was that simple. That's how we're looking. There is, as I said, there is an enormous window. It opens both sides. It's going to go into this section. It's not a bay window, but it is an ornate window. It's a very pretty window. It's got a lovely kind of lattice effect on it. But that is the Cinderella wall complete. Now what we're going to do is going to bring over the house and we're going to start installing all of the walls we've built onto the second floor. Okay, so this is the section we'll be working on first. What we're going to do is we're going to install our first wall. Now you can see I've glued along the side here, along the bottom on the tab, and the first wall is just going to sit in there like so. And then the other walls are going to start to support this. What I'm going to do is, because it's going to take ages to install each one dry, and do the aerial bathroom first, then we'll take a look at it. So those are Ariel's walls installed. Now again, it will push and pull and whatnot, so don't worry until you've got them all in. Don't worry about gaps or anything like that. Once they're all in, you can use them. I have put these pieces we've got in Mickey's room just in there, just hold it in. If you haven't got those, don't worry. You're going to be all right. Let the glue do its job. You're going to be fine. When we put the rest of the walls in, everything's going to pull together. So we're going to put the Aristocats wall in next. I'm going to crack on, put the other two Cinderella walls in, then we'll take a look. So this is how we now are. We have all of our upper walls on here, and wowee, it's looking amazing. Really happy with this. It's gathered some serious height now. You can see we're just trying to zoom out and zoom out and zoom out as much as we can. There we go. So we've gathered some serious height. It's looking great. It's looking really good. Wowzers. Really happy with this. Really happy. Right, so these walls are going to be fairly flimsy because they've got no central walls holding them up. So be very careful how you store this and where you store this, because it's not going to take much of a knock to knock these walls down. Now, the wood glue at the moment is just to hold these in place. The tabs are also going to do their job as well. But don't, just be careful with this. You know what, we've got it. Let's have a look what it looks like. We've got this this wall here. This will be going in next month, but it's not going in for a while yet. But let's have a look what it looks like, see if we can get an idea of what Ariel's finished bathroom will look. There we go. So that's what Ariel's bathroom will look like, kind of, because we still need floor to go in there. We've got Aristocat's room here. You know what? Let's go for it. That's how the floor will look in the Aristocat's room. Now, obviously, the skirting to go along here and a lot more to do. And then we will have this central wall here as well. But wow. What a difference one issue makes. That's crazy. That really is. Wow. Just let your glue do its job. Once this is done, let your glue do its job. This needs a good 24 hours to set. If you don't have these, anything that can clamp that will be fine. Don't worry about it too much. It's going to be okay because, again, the next ceilings will pull all of this together, so it doesn't matter. It will all be held. It will all be okay. Let's have a chat. How good's that? So we've got the second floor pretty much on. Look at the size of this thing now. It's looking amazing, right? It's looking really good. And I couldn't be happier with it. I think it's looking fantastic. I really do. So what comes next? Because that's always where we are. I mean, we always want more, don't we? We do a little bit, then we're like, yeah, but what next? What next? Well, a lot next. So we will be doing the internal wall. Will be stuck into place in the next one, I believe. We will then have the next internal wall, which is the Aristocats room and Cinderella's room. That will go in. So all those walls will get locked into place. We're then doing some work on some of the cove around the edges and things like that. We're putting beams in. We've got the doors to go in. We've got the windows to go in. At some point as well, I believe it's 70. I believe it's 72. We go back downstairs and we put Alice's windows in, so that's finally done. It's a bit of a weird detour, but we go back downstairs and put the windows in as well. And I think it's just looking amazing. What an issue, what a great issue. So we get to put all of those walls up. We've received Belle as well. And as I said, it's not unusual to read a blank book. I mean, I do it myself all the time. As you can see, I've got my blank book here. I love reading blank book, but if that's bothering me, I just blow it. That's all I've got to do. And I've got some pictures to look at instead, you see. And if that's bothering me, I'll give it a shake and a blow. And there you go, I've got nice colourful pictures to look at. And if that's bothering me, shake it out, get rid of all the colour out of the book, and I go back to having just those pages. And if I want it black to blank, I just give it a shake, and I go right back to having a lovely blank book. Figure that one out. So that's all for this one. There is a lot to look forward to coming up. So we have got windows, we've got doors, we've got all of that is going to be going in over the next couple of months. So by, I'd say, July, floor 2's done. It's that quick, this one, and we are going to start working on floor 3. Can you believe that? because we are over halfway of our journey done. Remarkable, right? We're getting there. We're getting there. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. There is more coming up on the channel as well. So if you do want more entertainment, we have got the Roca Chocolate Factory coming up. That's a gorgeous little thing. It really is. And I also have the Alice in Wonderland tea shop. It's a gorgeous thing. That's going to be coming up very soon. We do have others. If that's not to your taste, we have the Titanic. And even if you're not building the Titanic, we do talk about, at the end of every single one, we have talk about the Titanic. And my talks focus more on the people rather than the ship itself. I mean, there are definitely things about the ship, but I focus more on the human aspects. So if you want to hear some wonderful tales, but also some heartbreaking tales of Titanic survivors and loves and losses on board that ship, swing by and you can skip to the end and you can hear those, or you can watch us build the ship as well. We're building the Batmobile tumbler, that's on over there as well. We've got so much coming, and we've got the Infinity Gauntlet coming. So if you are a Marvel fan, we are building a 1-to-1 scale. That's the exact scale that Thanos wore the Infinity Gauntlet. It's going to be huge. I'll be building that with a kid. We got a lot more coming up on the channel along with our weekly catch-ups and all other things. So I mean, if you're looking for something to watch from like-minded people, swing by and check us out. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button. It helps us massively. What helps us even more is subscriptions. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing and you want to see it all the way to the end, hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss an episode. If you really want to make sure you never miss an episode, hit the bell and it'll give you a notification every single time we upload a new video. We tend to upload 2 to 3 times a week. But swing by. And if you want to say hello, you can contact us at buildingtheboys@outlook.com. We'd love to hear from you. We also love seeing your work. So if you're working on something and you want to send us a picture of what you're working on, we'd love to see it. And if you're happy for us to show it on the channel, we'll happily share it on the channel. That'd be great. There is something coming up with the Doll's House that's going to involve all of you that have been watching. I'm going to put all of you into my house. That might sound weird, but when we get to the next step up, I'm going to explain what that is. You've seen me hide my hidden message inside the house. There's something else that I want to do as well that I'll talk to you about. But there's an opportunity for all of you to put your own mark on my house. And I'd really like that. So stay tuned for that one. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. I will catch you next month for more Disney Doll's House, but I'll catch you in the next few days for more from Building with the Boys. And I will, thanks for stopping by, Dar. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.